So, how are you feeling about the interview, Alex?
Honestly, Dad, I am a bit nervous. I really want this job, but I am worried I will mess up the interview.
That's perfectly normal. Everyone feels a bit jittery before an interview. The key is preparation. What do you know about the company?
It's a tech company that specializes in developing educational software. I have read up on their products and their mission statement. They seem really focused on making learning accessible for everyone.
That's a good start. Knowing about the company's products and values can definitely help. Have you looked into their recent projects or any upcoming initiatives?
I checked their press releases and found out they recently received funding to expand their language learning platform. They also have a partnership with several universities.
Excellent. You can use that information. For example, you could mention how your skills could contribute to those projects. Now, let's talk about the common questions they might ask. Have you thought about your answers to questions like, "Tell me about yourself" or "Why should we hire you?"
A bit, but I am not sure I am framing my answers right.
Okay, let's practice that. When they say, "Tell me about yourself," keep it professional. Start with your education, mention your major projects or internships, and conclude with why you are passionate about working in educational technology.
Alright, let's see. I graduated with a degree in computer science, with a focus on software development. During my final year, I worked on a project developing an app for elementary students struggling with math. This project was not just about coding but also about understanding how kids learn. I believe my technical skills combined with my passion for education would make me a great fit for your team, especially with your ongoing projects in language learning.
That's a solid response, Alex. It's concise and directly ties your background to what the company is doing.
Thanks, Dad. What about the dreaded, "What are your weaknesses?"
Ah, that one can be tricky. The key is to be honest but also to frame your weakness as something you are actively working to improve. For instance, you could mention a technical skill you are still developing but add what you are doing to get better at it.
So maybe I could say, I have noticed I'm not as proficient in Python as I would like to be, so I recently started an online course to deepen my understanding and improve my coding skills.
Exactly. It shows self-awareness and a commitment to self-improvement. Employers appreciate that.
This is really helping, Dad. What about questions on teamwork? I read they emphasize a collaborative culture.
Good observation. Be ready with a specific example of a team project you worked on. Describe your role, the outcome, and what you learned about working with others.
Okay, I worked with a team on developing that educational app one mentioned earlier. I was responsible for the front-end part, but I also helped troubleshoot back-end issues. We managed to increase user engagement by 20% after implementing a more intuitive design based on user feedback. It taught me the importance of cross-disciplinary collaboration and communication.
Perfect. Being able to discuss a tangible achievement and what it taught you about teamwork is just what you need.
I feel a lot more confident now, thanks to you, Dad. I think I am ready to go over these questions and answers a few more times just to be sure.
You are going to do great, Alex. Just remember to be yourself, stay calm, and listen carefully during the interview. They are lucky to have someone like you interested in joining their team.
Thanks, Dad. I really appreciate your help. Let's grab some dinner, and maybe we can review a few more questions after.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. So, what's your plan for the day before the interview?
I was thinking of doing some last-minute research on the company, reviewing my notes, and practicing my answers to the common questions we discussed.
That sounds like a solid plan. Remember to also take some time to relax and clear your mind. Maybe go for a walk or do something you enjoy to keep your nerves in check.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will make sure to do that.
And don't forget about your attire. Have you decided what you are going to wear?
I was thinking of going with a classic suit and tie. It's professional and it shows that I take the interview seriously.
That's a good choice. Make sure your outfit is clean, well-fitted, and appropriate for the company culture. You want to make a good first impression.
Definitely. I will make sure everything is ready the night before so I am not rushing in the morning.
That's the spirit. Preparation is key, but so is being organized and calm. You have got this, Alex.
Thanks, Dad. I really appreciate all your support and advice throughout this process.
All right, Alex, it's the morning of your interview. How are you feeling?
Honestly, Dad, I'm a mix of nervous and excited. But I have gone over everything we discussed, and I feel as prepared as I can be.
That's great to hear. Remember to take some deep breaths and stay focused. You have done the work, now it's time to show them what you are made of.
Thanks, Dad. I will keep that in mind.
And don't forget, it's not just about answering questions, it's also about asking them. Have a couple of thoughtful questions prepared about the company or the role to show your interest and engagement.
Right, I will make sure to ask about their future plans for the department and how this role fits into their overall strategy.
Perfect, Alex. Now, go in there and knock their socks off. Remember, you have got everything it takes to succeed.
Thanks, Dad. I will give it my best shot.
Welcome back, Alex. How did it go?
Hey, Dad. I think it went pretty well. The interviewers seemed impressed with my experience and enthusiasm for the role.
That's fantastic to hear. Did they give you any indication of what the next steps might be?
Yeah, they said they would be making a decision by the end of the week and that they would be in touch either way.
That sounds promising. Remember, even if this particular opportunity does not work out, it's all valuable experience.
Definitely. I am just glad I went through with it. And I could not have done it without your help and guidance, Dad.
Ah, thanks, son. But the credit is all yours. You put in the hard work and nailed it.
Thanks, Dad. I am going to take it easy for the rest of the day and try not to overthink things.
That's the spirit. Whatever happens, We will tackle it together.